Hi, I'm here with George Eapen, CIO of Petrofac. Nice to see you, George. How are you doing?
I'm good, Philip. How are you?
Yes, doing all right, doing all right. Nice we can do this virtual type of meeting. Have you been to many virtual events lately?
Uh, I've been to few of them, but to be honest, I've taken this new role a few months back, so unfortunately, I don't have too much time also. But I've been to few of the events. Yes.
Ah, okay, perfect. Well, tell us about that because you've moved from a CISO role to a CIO role. And I think in a lot of conferences, we talk about whether or not the two roles could merge or should merge ever. How difficult has that transition been for you?
It's a fantastic question. In fact, I got that question from many of my friends and peers. I see these are two different roles to start with, right? So CIO and CISO, these are two different roles with two different mindset and skills needed. Uh, so to me, it's more like a change of my responsibility from a CISO, take some additional responsibility as a CIO, because as a CIO, I still need to deliver cyber, but I also need to deliver a digital transformation. I need to ensure employee experience, and I need to ensure that my infrastructure is, up and running, and I need to ensure that we deliver, better ERP. So it's more responsibilities. So overall, it's new challenge. The funny thing here is my new role coincide with the time of COVID and people working from home. So it was like a baptism by fire, where we have to ensure that work from home scenarios are working well for the employees. Remote working is actually helping them to deliver and no productivity loss. So it was a good experience. But overall, my feedback to anyone is that if someone is interested for a career progression or career change from CISO to CIO, you can leverage a lot of your CISO skills in a CIO role, because one thing you will develop as a good CISO is challenge the status quo, right? And take a critical look on every single thing. And that's going to be an amazing skill set for a CIO.
Perfect. But and a lot of people talk about business skills, communication skills being one of the key things to keep that seat at the table. Um, it, uh, is that something that one needs to develop, or has the CISO already got those skills?
I will tell that's one of the most critical skill set that any CISO leader should have, irrespective whether you're a CISO or a CIO. I believe both of them should be a storyteller, right? The challenge is to tell the story in a way your audience understands. I have to do that today with my board updates and my XCOM updates. I have to do the same when I was a CISO. Now, to answer your question, how do we build the skill, or a CISO needs the skill? I believe the CISO needs the skill. Does all the CISOs has it? I'm not sure, right? It depends on how much exposure you got as a CISO to your top leadership. If the CISO reports to a CIO and the CIO talks to the board, naturally CIO is the one who does the storytelling, right? Not the CISO. But if your CISO is directly exposed or accountable to the board, he has to build that skill set. One of the challenge I have seen personally is CISOs, because they're too technical. Sometimes they get into the technical aspects, maybe use some of the jargons which a non-IT audience find it difficult to understand. And I think it's a skill that you need to develop, articulate the risk in a very non-technical language. And I always see this is like a art of storytelling, right? Connect the big risk with some business impact, so people who needs to know will care about the risk, and then talk about how you're doing to, what are you doing to bring down the risk.
I love it. The art of storytelling. I think that's a good piece of advice for everybody. So what's next for you in your story? Have you got any new projects?